Hello BookTube. Maybe the third time will be the charm. This is Tag Tuesday, and today I'm going to be doing the F tag created by Jim's Books, Reading, and Stuff. So the first time, or my first attempt at doing this tag, I realized that I forgot two of my 5-star reads, and I wasn't entirely happy with the story I told as sort of my addition to this tag. And then my second attempt, I felt a little bit rushed because I wanted to get on with my day's reading, which I am enjoying immensely. I will be finished tomorrow afternoon. So I decided to go ahead and just stop that filming and either do the tag on Thursday or do it after I finished for the day. So I'm going to go ahead and do the tag this evening, or at least evening for me. So anyway, let's get on with the tag. F is for France. Who is your favorite French author? I'm not that well conversant in French literature, so I'm going to go with the one French author that I've read several works of theirs, and that is Michel Foucault. I first encountered Michel Foucault in college as an undergraduate desiring a doctorate eventually. One of my areas of interest was going to be gay fiction. And I was encouraged to read Foucault's History of Sexuality Volume 1 because it is a seminal work in queer literary theory and also the study of LGBTQ studies. And I liked it, although not necessarily all that useful for what I was wanting to study, or in the way I wanted to study it. But it did get me interested in Foucault's other work, namely Madness and Civilization and Discipline and Punish, his histories of the medical profession and I think mental illness and the penal system. Both of which I remember really enjoying, although it's been well over 10 years since I've read both. And I also had Archaeology of Knowledge and The Order of Things, which I never did get to before I kind of purged Foucault from my collection in order to buy, I think, either manga or comics. I've been thinking about re-adding Foucault to my collection, or to my personal library, over the past year, but I haven't made a firm commitment one way or another. So, F is for fiction. Approximately what percentage of your reading is fiction? So, I think my traditional answer would have been 70 fiction, 30 nonfiction. But as over the course of the past year or so, with my whatever the heck it is that my relationship with fiction right now, I struggled to enjoy fiction for the better part of a year, really more than a year, and even my beloved science fiction and fantasy. So over the past year, my reading of nonfiction, mainly history, has increased to where it's probably 60-40 or even closer to 50-50. And maybe as the years progress, if my reading habits tend to stay the same as they've been the past year or so, nonfiction history will probably actually supersede fiction. But we shall see. But for now, it's 70-30 to 60-40, maybe a little bit less than that. Anyway, F is for fantasy. Who is your favorite fantasy author? Um, this one's rather tough because I don't have like one author that I love everything they write. I'm an incredibly critical reader most of the time. So there are some things I like or love, and then there are the things I can't stand. It's just the nature of being me or my type of reading or whatever. But I think I would go with China Mieville on the strength of his Bostelog novels. They're a sort of a genre mashup, called The New Weird, that is set in a sort of steampunk, insane world called Bostelog. And I love the trilogy of novels set in Bostelog. This Predator Station, The Scar, Iron Council to a little less extent. And I also enjoy Mieville's Kraken. Some of the rest of its fiction I could do without, but those four I quite enjoy. Also Robert E. Howard, the creator of Conan, the father of Sword and Sorcery. I really love a lot of his sword and sorcery works, not only Conan, but also Solomon Kane, what I've read of Cull, some of his more Lovecraftian stuff I quite enjoy. And of course there's also Clark Ashton Smith, who was a contemporary of Conan and who, while some of his work is also sword and sorcery, his Zothic stories, his Hyperborean stories, they're also kind of Lovecraftian as well. So I'd go with those three. F is for 5 stars. How many books have been 5-star reads for you this year? So I've had 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 7. 5-star reads. They are in no particular order. The 100 Years' War on Palestine by Rashid Khalidi. Republic of Wrath by James Marone. Ecstatic Nation by Brenda Wineapple. Iron Curtain by Anne Applebaum. A World Beneath the Sands by Toby Wilkinson. Tombstone by Yang Jixing. And Sunny Days by David Camp. All fantastic books and all highly recommended. F is for funny. Funny has 2 meanings. What book did you find both funny peculiar and funny haha? For this, I'm going to go with City of Lost Fortune by Brian Camp. It's an urban fantasy set in the aftermath of Hurricane Katrina, in which magical New Orleans struggles to find a new identity. It's funny, peculiar in Camp's world building, how he synchronizes various mythologies within his magical New Orleans. And it's funny, haha, in the fact that the book is a hilarious romp. It is a blast to read. F is for Fight Club and film adaptation. What book and film adaptation both merited 5 stars, in your opinion? Honestly, none, I don't think. I can't think of any. I was going to, in my original answer, in my first attempt at this video, I was going to argue for Evil Under the Sun by Agatha Christie. I really enjoyed the novel. and I really enjoy the film. But are they 5 stars? No. I mean, the movie I think is maybe more 5-star viewing than the book is. And I can't think of anyone for which it's a perfect 5-star. Particularly as a film adaptation. I cannot think of one that I loved both the book and the film. So I'm going to have to pass. Even a TV adaptation. There's Dune. I love the novel Dune, and the sci-fi miniseries adaptation. Less said about the David Lynch version, the better. And I don't know anything with the Denis Villeneuve one that's going to come up later this year. Although I have my concerns. Largely missing characters. But is the book itself a 5-star read? Not really. So F is for Frida. This is a chance to show off your furry friends. Again, I don't have a dog or any mammalian pet. And I'm not going to show the 4 Children of the Apocalypse. However, this is an opportunity to insert into this tag, which is one of the great things about these alphabet tags is you can kind of add to them as you go. F is also for Famine, and Famine just happens to be the oldest of the 4 Children of the Apocalypse, my 2 nieces and 2 nephews. And she is a fantastic artist. When she has the want to, she will draw, because I think she draws on her tablet. She is usually on her tablet. And I'm thinking she's pretty good. I haven't really kind of like looked over to her shoulder to see what she does. But on the rare opportunities or moments when she's not on her tablet and she's in the mood to draw, she can do some pretty fantastic work, I think. It is just really good. It's more cartoony than anything and very stylized. But it's still, I quite like her work. And in fact, this was a few years ago when she was into art. I ended up getting her a drawing book for her birthday, and my mom got her like some paper and drawing pencils. And I think colored pencils too. And I think she used like the physical art stuff, but I think the book ended up being a bit too advanced or not quite the type of art she's wanting to draw. But anyway, so yeah, Famine is quite the spectacular and fantastic artist. F is for Flower. What is the last book you read with the name of a flower in the title? For the life of me, I cannot remember one. So I'm going to punt on this one. And finally, F is for Flash Fiction. What are your thoughts or experiences with this medium? I've read a few Flash Fiction stories years ago, and I don't like them all that much, to be honest. And I know at the end of the tag, or Jim's video, he also enters the possibility of like a extra prompt about Florida and Carl Hiaasen. And I've never read Carl Hiaasen. I think there are a few of his books that I'm kind of interested in reading, but I haven't gotten to them yet, and I don't know exactly when I'm going to get to them. So that was the F tag. If you would like to do this tag, consider yourselves tagged, and I will see you probably not tomorrow, but definitely on Thursday, because there are a lot of tags that came out last week and this week, and I kind of want to get to all of them. So until next time, BookTube, thank you, have a great evening, and stay safe.